It's like they're trying hard to instigate me, but I'ma keep my tongue tied and tame it until I have the right words to say. I'll be patient, yeah. Waiting, waiting, waiting. I don't wanna curse somebody with the tongue I use when praying. No, I'll bless them when they love me, and I'll bless them when they hate me. I'ma try to keep the peace and go to God when I get irritated. Pray to God tonight, cause I wanna right my wrongs. I don't like to fight, so I try to get along. Got a lot on my mind, but I try to bite my tongue. Stay quiet until I know all the pride is gone. 'Cause I don't wanna talk out of spite, no. And I don't wanna walk out of line. And I don't wanna be the cause of backsliding. It's like tying a boulder on my neck and deep diving. You help me float, you give me hope. You keep my head above the waves and the ocean. I wanna step out of the boat, taking a walk on water, but I gotta have focus on him. Yeah, I gotta have boldness, confidence in the words that are spoken. Promises, yeah, promises. Take my life and lay it down, I'ma trust the process. Pray to God tonight, cause I wanna right my wrongs. I don't like to fight, so I try to get along. Got a lot on my mind, but I try to bite my tongue. Stay quiet until I know all the pride is gone.
Action. Hopefully Brendan joins soon because he's the only one that watches. Today is a very amazing occasion. Today marks the 50th anniversary of Cold Spring Harbor's release. If you don't know what Cold Spring Harbor is, leave. My mic's in the shop. But do you know what Cold Spring Harbor is? What's Cold Spring Harbor?
Billy Joel's first album that he released.
Billy Joel's first solo studio album. So this marks 50 years of Billy Joel today. Pretty exciting. It all started with Cold Spring Harbor. I have this pulled up. I guess I could pull up an image of Cold Spring Harbor. I'll check it. I didn't plan much. I have a tier list planned, and that's about it. Okay, let's see. Here's a good image of Cold Spring Harbor. Save image. Pull it up real fast. And then I go over here. Add image. Name it Billy. Bless you. There it is. It's the momentous occasion we're marking today. The release of this amazing album. There we go. That's good enough. We can get rid of this guy. That's never happening.
Working really well.
What's working really well?
Your stream.
That's good. The other day it was not working very well
Please don't mind.
at all. I'm gonna do this too. Angle this a little bit down. I have a different studio, different chair. Very fun stuff.
Different wife.
Different wife. Wait.
Meaning you're married now.
Yeah. Different life. I thought we were gonna begin today by going through some of. We're gonna go through a lot of Billy Joel stuff today. Not like a ton of things, but just like. You'll see. Hold on to your knickers, as my stepdad would say. We're gonna start off by reading through some of the songs in Cold Spring Harbor, and the ones that are top of the chart nowadays, and the ones that are kind of forgotten about that like shouldn't be. I wanted originally to like listen to every single album and rate the songs and like which ones are hidden gems and things like that, but like. The hard thing with Billy Joel is like he has a lot of good songs. Like if you look at my tier list, I even have like I went 5-star. I was gonna do 4, 3, 2, 1, but I was like, but there's no Billy Joel song that or like album that's below 3 stars in my mind. Even if there is a 3-star one, so I just did 5, 4.5, 4, 3.5. It was originally like the S and all that, but those confuse me. So yeah, let's look at the tracks on Cold Spring Harbor. This album, I believe, was released... Well, it was released 1971, of course. November 1st. But I believe Billy Joel was like 23 when it came out. Which is super weird to think about because I'm 21. So it's like, well, I have accomplished in 3 years from now. Makes you wonder. All right, track number 1, She's Got Away, which obviously is like one of his bigger songs. I mean, all of his hits albums have She's Got Away in it. Not one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. I mean, I like it. I was just saying to Logan the other day, I mean, I usually stay away from like those songs like, oops, I'm just going to move so you can see Logan a little bit more. I usually, when I'm listening to Billy Joel, I skip past like, and it was blasphemy because Uptown Girl is like one of my favorite songs, but like I skip past like Uptown Girl and She's Got Away and all those songs are usually on his top of the charts or that are played very often. I usually skip those just so I don't get too used to them. You Can Make Me Free. That's a good one. This album is really... I should rank the songs in this album, but I'd have to listen to them right now. I listened to them on the way home from CSU today. Everybody Loves You Now is another really good song. Why Judy Why is the 4th song. Falling of the Rain. This is a really good song. This should be like top of the list for Cold Spring Harbor. Falling of the Rain is... I love songs that have like a kind of like a story to them. I love comedy songs. I'm really weird when it comes to music because I only listen to Billy Joel. But like You Can Make Me Free, I feel like it kind of repeats itself a lot. Why Judy Why repeats itself a lot. And Falling in the Rain, songs repeat themselves a lot, but I hate when like newer songs are just like, here's a catchy thing and let's repeat it over and over and over again. Falling in the Rain is like, you know, there's the man who sits and paints all day and the girl with the braids in her hair and kind of like a little bit of their story and how time has brought things to an end, but nothing's changed because you can never stop falling in the rain. It's a really good song. Turn Around is the 6th song. That one's pretty good. 7th, You Look So Good to Me, another pretty decent song. Gonna T-pose. Tomorrow Is Today. Definitely like, I think Tomorrow Is Today is probably my favorite track of this album. That's a really, really good song. Nocturne's really good. There's a version on YouTube that's like the lyrics to Nocturne, because Nocturne's just, you know, the piano, and I like it. You look very short. Got to Begin Again is the last song of Cold Spring Harbor. It's the 10th track. This is probably my second or third favorite of the album. I really like this song. Let's see what it has in here. Notes: Cold Spring Harbor peaked at number 202 on the Billboard Bubbling or the top LPs chart in 1972. I'm pretty sure this album like lost the studio company like hundreds of thousands of dollars or something. It might be in the Wikipedia somewhere, because I know like I remember my mom had the Billy Joel radio just for me in her car, and they played a song. I believe it was one of the songs from Cold Spring Harbor. It must have been, and Billy Joel was talking about how he had this like really big party to celebrate the release of his first album, and he goes and like plays it, and there was like a error in the printing of the vinyls where everything was really fast, so the label lost all that money of all those vinyls that were sent out, and they had to then reproduce all the newer ones, so they lost a lot of money on his first album. It was just weird to think that like his first album, I mean, it's a really good album, but it wasn't a huge success. His song Tomorrow's Today drew from his period of depression, isolation from the year before. Joel later released live versions of She's Got Away and Everybody Loves You Now.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Yeah, that's another thing I didn't know until I became like a hardcore Billy Joel fan, was when Billy Joel almost killed himself. Really, really intense things. I mean, I remember my friend showed me, what was it? I can't think right because I've been at school all day. I'm stupid. My friend had a little iPod, and his dad had this song from Stormfront. Oh, We Didn't Start the Fire. That's what it was. I don't know why I forgot. That's like one of my favorite songs. I know most of the lyrics. Pretty impressive. But my friend's dad's iPod had We Didn't Start the Fire, and we listened to it, and we were like, oh man, this song's good. And then in like 7th grade, when I was able to get my first ever like iPhone, I remember going on YouTube. I found out what YouTube was for the first time in 7th grade. I went down this whole rabbit hole of like all these like older songs, and I like fell in love with Billy Joel. And I basically only listened to Billy Joel from like there on out. And I remember everyone at school making fun of me for listening to Billy Joel. Good times, good times. Yeah, but Billy Joel got me through my depression. He's a cool guy. Let's see what else is on here. Columbia Records. I own all Billy Joel CDs. Isn't that cool? All 13 of his
I am Billy
albums.
Joel.
You are? Alright,
Yes.
let's see. I guess we're gonna have to go in order. Let's start this tier list off. We should go in order. I'll probably like remix things around. Cold Spring Harbor. I want to put it in 5-star, but like, I don't know, the way I rate things is really weird. Where like my favorite thing has to be like 5 stars, and if it doesn't live up to the standards of my favorite thing, then it has to be below it. So that's the way I'm gonna rearrange things later. Cold Spring Harbor was his first album, 1971. And the next, Piano Man, 1973. So here's Piano Man. Let's see. Let's check out some of the songs from Piano Man. I like some of them. All right, Traveling Prayer, Piano Man, obviously. Ain't No Crime, You're My Home. You're My Home's really good. Ballad of Billy the Kid, another really good one.
You're My Home, fun fact,
Worst Comes to Worst.
was our first dance song. That's
Was
how
it?
good it is.
I'm gonna move us over.
You're moving me over.
Yeah.
Do
You
you
can
want me to
scooch.
actually move over?
Yeah. Make this
In
a little
real
bit
life?
bigger.
IRL.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
There you
Didn't
go.
feel
Make
right.
Billy a little bit smaller. Did you ever make Billy Joel small? I know. Ads. Get out of here, ad. There we go. Bye bye, ads. Alright. Worst comes to worst. Stop in Nevada. Stop in Nevada is really good. I didn't know this song existed until like a couple years ago. If I only had the words, good one, somewhere along the line. Captain Jack. So I'd say, I mean, You're My Home is one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. I need to do like 4.9, 4.8,
That one gets
4.7. I'm gonna do that. Let's do this. No. We're gonna do this because a lot of Billy Joel albums are really good.
You're messing with the system.
I know. I just can't bring myself to put like a good Billy Joel album at like 4, you know? I won't be able to do that.
34.
Whoa, out of 5? That one did really good.
That's
4.6. 4.5 and less. There we go. That works out. So I'd say there. That's where I'm gonna put it. I'm really bad at tier list because I'd like. I'm scared. All right, let's see. Okay, what's his next album? Let's see. Street Life Serenade, 1974, which is this one. Let's check the tracks. Not the charts, the tracks. So we don't have tracks on here? What the heck? Alright. Street Life Serenader, good one. Los Angelinos. The Great Suburban Showdown. Root Beer Rag, good one. Roberta's really good. The Entertainer, one of his classics. Last of the Big Time Spenders, Weekend Song, Souvenir, Mexican Connection. Mexican Connection's really good too. But unfortunately, I'm going to put Street Life Serenade at the bottom at a 4.5. Because, yeah, it's good, but, like, my favorite songs from this one are, like, Roberta and Mexican Connection. Street Life Serenader is good, too. There's not a lot of, like, really good ones.
Isn't Roberta the one
That's, like, Dylan Armeo, yeah.
I know things.
Okay, next up is Turnstiles, which is this one. 1976. Okay, this one's definitely going to be pretty up there in my mind. Say Goodbye to Hollywood. Summer Highland Falls is a very big hidden gem. Love Summer Highland Falls. All You Want to Do Is Dance. Pretty good. New York State of Mind. Really good one. James, another one that, like, I didn't know existed until a couple years ago. James is really good. Prelude, Angry Young Man. That one's good. I've loved These Days, like one of the best Billy Joel songs, and Miami 2017. So I'm gonna have to put, or even like 5-star. No, I'm gonna do 4.9. I don't know. I'm gonna put it up here for now, and I'll move it later if I feel the need. Okay, next is what, like, everyone says is the number one Billy Joel album. The Stranger. Alright. Moving Out. Very good song. That's like one of the first Billy Joel songs I heard. The Stranger. Very good one. Just the Way You Are. Really good. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Definitely at the top of my favorite Billy Joel songs. Vienna. Really good. Only the Good Die Young. She's Always a Woman. Get it right the first time. Everybody Has a Dream. 4.9. It's gotta be. What?
What is your VR thing called?
Oculus?
But, like, what is it called? You have a VR? Is that what it is? You just have a VR?
Virtual reality. Yeah. A VR headset.
Headset.
But that's just like.
Sorry.
Off topic.
I apologize for that.
Yeah, I'd say this one has to be 4.9 because, I mean, out of the songs, I'm going to call them skippable songs, but, like, that's just personally, like, songs that when I'm listening to I have a playlist on my phone that I listen to all the time. That's all the Billy Joel albums in order. And on long car rides, I'll listen to them. And some songs I either am sick of hearing, like Uptown Girl, that I still like. And there's songs that are skippable that I call them skippable because I just don't like them as much as the other songs, but they're really good still. You know, Billy Joel songs are just all good, but I just usually skip them when I listen to it. And this one doesn't have a lot of skippable songs in my mind. Moving Out, I usually skip just because it's always on the radio. The Stranger, I usually listen to. Just the Way You Are, I usually skip, even though those songs are really good. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, I always listen to. Vienna, I always listen to. Only the Good Die Young, I usually skip, but that's just because it's like one of his popular songs. She's Always a Woman, I usually skip just because it's another popular one. Get It Right the First Time and Everyone Has a Dream, I usually don't listen to Everybody Has a Dream. So out of here, if these songs came on the radio, I would all listen to them. These are all really good. But like, if I only don't listen to Everybody Has a Dream, I think that has to be a 5-star or 4.9. You know what? I'm going to do this. There we go. I'm going to move this list around a lot. Okay, next, 52nd Street is another really good album. I keep on saying that, but they're all really good albums. Let's see, Big Shot. Big Shot's good. Honesty's good. My Life. Zanzibar. I'm pretty sure Zanzibar made like a comeback during TikTok or something. I remember reading an article about it. Whenever Billy Joel's in an article, I read it. Stiletto. Rosalinda's Eyes, one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. Half a Mile Away is really good. Until the Night. And 52nd Street. So this one... I also moved down Cold Spring Harbor. It's because Big Shot I like, Honesty I like, My Life I like. Zanzibar I usually don't listen to, and Stiletto I usually don't listen to, but Rosalinda's Eyes I always listen to, Half a Mile Away, Until the Night. So I listen to usually half of them every time I listen to the album. So these are like songs I listen to daily. I listen to when it comes on. I always listen to Rosalinda's Eyes when it comes on. Half a Mile Away and Until the Night. Those three right there. Tracks 6, 7, and 8. Always listen to. Let's see what's next down the chopping block. Glass Houses. I am super, super biased. This, not even looking at the tracks, boom, 5-star. I love Glass Houses. This is one of the first vinyls I had, so I'm very sentimental about it.
Is this the one that you said is more...
Yeah, it's more rock and roll. You May Be Right, really good. Sometimes Fantasy, really good. Don't Ask Me Why, really good. It's Still Rock and Roll to Me, really good. All for Lena, really good. I Don't Want to Be Alone, really, really good. Sleeping with the Television On, really good. Siete Toy, whatever, You Were the One, really good. Close to the Borderline and Through the Long Night. This one, I love all the songs. Close to the Borderline, I usually skip, but I like the song. I like all the songs in this album. And it's like his rock and roll album, basically. So I like this one a lot. All for Lane, I remember the first time I heard that song, I was like, why isn't this on its greatest hits? Before I Die, I want a signed copy of Glass Houses. Next up on the list, The Nylon Curtain. Allentown is number 1. That's my mom's favorite song of Billy Joel, and pretty good. Laura is pretty good. Pressure, I grew up with Pressure. Not the best of Billy Joel, but I love it. Goodnight Saigon is really good. She's Right on Time. I actually was just singing at work the other day, or singing in my head, at least. The first few lines of that always get stuck in my head. Room of Our Own, pretty good. Surprises, pretty good. Scandinavian Skies, and Where's the Orchestra, I kind of skip. I would...
Really?
Just because when I listen to this album, all the ones that I usually skip because I hear them all the time, or ones that I just like am not the biggest fan of, like I listen to Laura and Pressure and Goodnight Saigon a lot, and Surprises every once in a while. But like whenever Scandinavian Skies comes on, I usually just skip it, unfortunately. And Where's the Orchestra too? But Allentown's really good. Laura is pretty good. Pressure, Goodnight Saigon, and Surprises I like, but there's still like 4 songs that are skippable in my mind on that album. But I like it. Like that's why I didn't want to put it under like 3 stars, something like that. Like that's why I changed the star system, because they're just his songs are all good. All the albums are really good. Okay, next up, 1983's An Innocent Man. This is another one this was my favorite album for a while, I think. But that's just mostly because I liked Uptown Girl so much. But this one is definitely going to be up there. Let's look at the tracks. Easy Money. Not my favorite song, but I do love the sound of it. Innocent Man, really good. Longest Time is definitely one of his best. This Night, one of the best Billy Joel songs. Tell Her About It's really good. Uptown Girl's really good. Careless Talk is really good. Christy Lee, I usually skip. Leave a Tender Moment Alone is good. And Keeping the Faith is really good. Innocent Man. Ooh, 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 ooh. I have no idea. I guess like that, maybe. This is really difficult because like so many of these I want to rate super high, but I have to like not all put them in. Oh, this one's gonna be pretty easy. This album I crap on a lot, even though I mean it's a good album. I just not a fan of a lot of the songs. The Bridge. I remember when I first got this album on a CD, I listened to it at work while painting all the walls. This was my getting through the work. That's probably why I don't like it that much, is because I listened to it so much at work. Running on Ice is good. This is the Time is good. A Matter of Trust is good. Modern Woman, Baby Grand, Big Man on Mulberry Street, Temptation's kind of good. Code of Silence I like, and Getting Closer. This is, in my mind, the worst Billy Joel album, but it's still good. I mean, 4.5 stars is really good. I'm not a huge fan of all the songs. I like most of them. And next up is another pretty good album, Stormfront. Let's see. That's Not Her Style. Good song, but not one I usually listen to. We Didn't Start the Fire. Always listen to We Didn't Start the Fire. I love that song. Down Eastern Alexa. Always listen to that song. Really good. I Go to Extremes. Really good. Shameless. It's a good song, but I usually don't listen to it. Stormfront. Don't really listen to. Leningrad. Always listen to. State of Grace is pretty good. When in Rome is okay. And So It Goes is really good. This one is another one that probably would be behind Nylon Curtain, just because I don't know, but I love these 3 right here. We Didn't Start the Fire, Down Eastern Alexa, and I Go to Extremes. Those are really good. I don't know.
Keep it there.
Yeah, it's just so difficult because like this music is so good. And then his last album, I mean, the Fantasies and Delusions is here, but I don't really count those as his albums because I mean he didn't really play the piano. Let's see. I remember I also played this one at work when I was painting. No Man's Land is pretty good. Great Wall of China I actually really like. Blonde Over Blue is really good. Minor Variation, alright. Shades of Grey, really good. All About Souls, alright. Lullaby is good. River Dreams, really good. 2,000 Years is really good. And Famous Last Words, really good. This one, I would have to put 4.8. Maybe above Cold Spring Harbor 2. The Fantasies and Delusions. Don't kill me. I've never listened to this album entirely in one sitting before. I've listened to like certain tracks here and there, but like I sit down, like I said, on my car rides all the time, and I listen to every single Billy Joel song in order. And when I get to Fantasies and Delusions, I go back up to Cold Spring Harbor. I probably listen to all the songs in it, but I just don't ever sit down and listen to it all in one go, just because it's just piano. I'm pretty sure Billy Joel composed all of it. He just doesn't play it. So I don't know. I don't really put it in there as Billy Joel album. You can be in 4.5. Alright. Those are all the Billy Joel albums ranked in my mind. Feel free to shout at me and cry about my listening. But I mean, still, like I said, 4.5 isn't bad for a score of a thing. Like, you want to see me rank the Gorilla albums? That one would be pretty nasty, because Demon Days would be at the top and everything else would be like all the way at the bottom, especially their newer album. I don't want to get too into music, but like newer music sucks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, I feel like there are certain things that would change. Maybe if I did it again in like a year, the 51st anniversary of Cold Spring Harbor. Or I'll do the 50th anniversary of Piano Man. But yeah, I mean, Glass Houses is up there, Stranger's up there, and I feel like this would be the order I'd listen to all of them. Just because, like I said, skippable in my mind doesn't really mean like I don't like the song. It's just I usually just don't listen to it. But like Scandinavian Skies, I like that song. I just usually skip it because sometimes I'm not in the mood to listen to Scandinavian Skies. I don't know why. Let's see what's on. Let's see what's on the Cold Spring Harbor Wikipedia. She's Got Away was also released as a single in early 1982 and peaked at number 23 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. That's cool. Oh, it got a 3 out of 5 stars on some thing. All Music from the 20th of November 2010. I'd rate it higher. As you see, it's right here. I gave it basically 4 stars out of 10. Almost 5. Let's see what's on here. There's not a lot for Cold Spring Harbor. Japanese albums, 44. He sold his music in Japan. Let's see, references, studio albums, live albums. Singles. Oh, another fun thing. As a kid, I always thought his song Captain Jack was about Jack Sparrow. And then I found out one day when I was riding in the car with my mom and listening to the radio that it's actually about a drug dealer. And obviously the song came out way before the movies, but that's what I always thought as a kid. Let's see. I'm gonna just Google Billy Joel with my keyboard that is not there. Never mind. I'm not gonna keep.
Sorry.
I could probably find his thing on Wikipedia. There it is. William Martin Joel, born May 9th, 1949.
I hate the name Martin.
Don't you say that about my Billy. Let's see. Cold Spring Harbor and Piano Man. Joel signed a contract with the record company Family Productions, with which he recorded his first solo album, Cold Spring Harbor, a reference to Cold Spring Harbor of Hamlet on Long Island. Rip states that he spent $450,000 developing Joel. Nevertheless, the album was mastered at too high speed, and as a result, the album was a technical and commercial disappointment. That's what I was saying. It was like they did it wrong, so like it was a lot faster than it should have been. The popular song "She's Got Away" and "Everybody Loves You Now" were originally released on this album, but went largely unnoticed until being released as live performances on "Songs in the Attic" in 1981. Columbia released a remastered version of Cold Spring Harbor in 1983, with certain songs shortened or reorchestrated. I think that's the album I have, is the 1983, because I'm pretty sure all my Billy Joel albums say Columbia on them, or most of them. Joel began his Cold Spring Harbor tour in the fall of 1971, touring with his band. That lists all the band members, and I don't know them because I'm a fake fan. Throughout the U.S. and Puerto Rico, opening for groups such as the J. Geils Band, the Beach Boys. He opened for the Beach Boys. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else is on here. Despite Joel's new contract, he was legally bound to Family Productions. Arnold Rip sold Joel's first contract to Columbia, and bought back the rights to Joel's songs in the late 1970s, giving the rights to Joel as a birthday gift. That's a cute birthday gift. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Yetinov notes in the documentary film The Last Play at Shea that he had threatened Rip to close the deal. I forgot that's a documentary. I need to watch that. I've never seen it. It's on Hoopla. I remember seeing it and starring it for later. Joel's first album with Columbia was Piano Man. So his second album was Columbia. So literally only his first album was the whatever the Family Productions thing he was. Despite modest sales, Piano Man title track became its signature song, ending nearly every concert. That year, Joel's touring band changed. Guitarist blah 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 was replaced by blah blah blah. Bassist was replaced. A lot of people that were replaced. The band toured the U.S. and Canada extensively, appearing on popular shows. Joel's songwriting began attracting more attention in 1974. They recorded "You're My Home." That's cool. Maybe you guys didn't hear any of that because I mumble and I can't speak English. Genres: rock, pop, soft rock, pop rock. In your face. Someone once told me that Billy Joel's not rock. He's rock. You can shut your mouth. Labels: Columbia, Family Productions, Sony Classical. I think Sony Classical was just for Fantasies and Delusions. I could be wrong. Let me scroll on to Fantasies and Delusions so I can see if I'm right. Stormfront and River of Dreams. About Fantasies and Delusions. I'm not seeing Fantasies and Delusions on here. I'm also scrolling really fast. Let's see all the people he's married to. Something. Let's see. I want to pull up for a second. So I always forget the name of it, but he did a song. He redid a song or covered a song by the Beach Boys in. I don't know what album it was. His My Lives album. He redid the song "Don't Worry Baby" by the Beach Boys, and the beginning of it is like the cutest thing in the world. You can listen.
This one's for Alexa. Okay.
He like dedicates the song to his daughter. Very cute. But yeah, let's make Cold Spring Harbor really big. There we go. Look at that mustached face. Look at that mustache. It's so weird seeing his like big hair. Once, as like a fun project in high school, I was in a media production class, and we had to like write whatever it's called, like a talk show or like a news show. And one of my news things was Billy Joel was going back to his old hairstyle from like the 70s, and I photoshopped like Billy Joel with like the white goatee with like his like frizzy hair. I think I used his hair from 52nd Street. I like photoshopped it onto him. It was pretty funny. It didn't look real at all, but it was just a joke because news stations do that. They'll do something that's obviously not real and report about it. Oh, he has a health issues tab on here. Joel has battled depression for many years. Oops, I accidentally clicked on the link. In 1970, a career decline and personal tragedies worsened his moods. He left a suicide note and attempted to end his life by drinking furniture polish. I heard him talk about this. He drank it because it looked tastier than bleach. He later said, "I drank furniture polish. It looked tastier than bleach." I'm smart. His drummer and bandmate, John Small, rushed him to the hospital. Joel checked into Meadowbrook Hospital, where he was put on suicide watch and received treatment for depression. In 1971, he released his debut album, Cold Spring Harbor, included the track Tomorrow is Today, related to this incident. Joel later recorded You're Only Human, Second Wind as a message to help prevent teen suicide. In 2002, Joel entered Silver Hill Hospital, a substance abuse and psychiatric center in New Canaan, Connecticut. In March 2005, he checked into the Betty Ford Center, where he spent 30 days for treatment for alcohol abuse. That's sad. Logan's gone. Yeah, but I've talked about it a few times about my struggle with depression and how depression sucks. And I was telling Logan, like, it sucks too, just because like my depression doesn't stem from something. It's just depression. So like, I don't like talking about it, but like, I almost wish that it stemmed from something, because then it'd be curable. If there's no root problem, then you just are stuck with depression, and that just sucks. I wish it would just be like, someone died and I'm upset over that. I just go seek help, and they're like, well, everyone lost people, and you don't like, you come to terms with death, but this is just like, there's nothing there to solve, so you're just stuck with the problem. It's really weird. Welcome back. Did you hiss at me?
No.
Did you hiss at me?
Ow!
So yeah, tier list. That was fun. Let's go to the close-up.